Damn it. Damn it. Hey! Oh, loneliness. So something happened recently that was kind of surprising. I was hanging out with some friends. That's not the surprising part. And someone had mentioned that they had seen one of my videos that I'd posted on YouTube. And they were wondering why I didn't do like a weekly web series, like Jenna Marbles and Daily Grace and stuff like that. And I guess the reason is, and I couldn't really articulate it at the time, was that I hate, what's the word, my face. And before you get all sad and decide to text me that I have a beautiful face, or at least an above average face, just want you to know I'm not saying this to get sympathy or any of your little pity compliments, alright? It's not like when a guy comes back from the gym, it's just like, I don't know if you can tell, I've been working out. Yeah. I haven't been working out. I feel like that's pretty clear. I was just saying it to be honest, and it's really not something that I feel 100% comfortable talking with people face to face. Pun intended. I think we just live in this society where people aren't allowed to feel bad about their physical appearance. I mean, girls are constantly struggling with weight issues and caking their faces with makeup and padding their bras. And while some guys do that too, we as men, we have to measure up to people like Joseph Gordon-Levitt? Are you kidding me? Alright, don't bullshit me, girls, because I've seen your JGL shrines that you call Tumblr and it pisses me off. Go fuck yourself, Joe. And it really sucks because girls have all of these beauty supplies at their disposal, and unless you're like Eddie Izzard, I mean, when you're a guy, you don't have that much. You're just gonna have to go as yourself. I guess technically we have like the 5 o'clock shot, that little stubble thing. Oh, this whole thing? Yeah, no, I just forgot to shave like 3 months ago. I mean, when has that ever really fooled anyone? And while, to a certain extent, I agree with the notion that you should be thankful for the face that God gave you, I also think it's totally normal to have a couple things about yourself that you wish were different. I mean, none of us have been granted perfect bodies. Fuck off, Gosling. I mean, have you ever seen a perfect tree? No. It's always like some ugly knot or like a limb hanging off haphazardly. And even if there's like some young sapling that's looking to grow up to be this beautiful, tree, just tack a birdhouse onto it. Yeah, birdhouses are the tramp stamps of nature. So, yeah, I'm not a big fan of my face, but where it really becomes a problem with these videos is after I film, I have to edit for hours just staring at my crooked nose and my stained teeth and my acne scars. And on top of that, I never get the performance that I want out of myself. I mean, my arms just go every which way and my mouth tends to sag and my tongue just goes out of control like I'm trying to make out with oxygen. And I want these videos to be really good because there's so many vlogs out there already. So I write everything out beforehand. And not just as bullet points, but in an actual, like, essay format. This, right now, what I am saying, was a paragraph in a Word document like 20 minutes ago. Yeah. Meta shit. And even after all of that, I mean, I could still stutter or forget the words or sneeze, and it just requires dozens of takes for me to get 60% of what's in my head onto YouTube. I mean, I always think that I can do better, and I strive for perfection. That's why I really don't care that much about how I look anymore, is because I know that I'm never going to get 100%. US history tests taught me that. Thanks, standardized testing. I mean, people want to make out with me. With me! I mean, not now. They used to, and hopefully they will in the future. But if you've ever made out with anyone ever, you're not as ugly as you think you are, which is, granted, kind of sad, but hopefully it's kind of an uplifting mantra that you can, say to yourself every night as you're going to sleep. And yes, people should like you for your personality, but that's only part of it. I mean, we just have to accept that society focuses on attractiveness too. I mean, just like you for your personality, that's just a lie that we tell high schoolers who never got to second base. And some high schoolers believe that for a really long time. So I feel like if you're just kind of a cool person, someone at some point is going to want to suck on your tongue. So we should just leave the video blogging to hot people. I mean, honestly, the world hasn't given them that much. Let them have this one thing. They deserve to be happy. Just once. And even after all of that, I mean, I can stutter, or I can... like this. I can forget the words like I just did. This is real hair. Look at me now, Mom. I mean, you cannot expect me to believe that every single one of you would take Steve Buscemi home from a bar. I mean, if actually it were Steve Buscemi, you totally should because he's awesome. I'd fuck him right there. Just complimenting him the whole time. I loved you in Lebowski. You were great in Fargo. I'd just kind of be lying there. It was a good take. Feel good about that one. Oh, I have 40 minutes of footage of just my face to edit into a 5-minute video. Unless you're like Tim Curry in Rocky Horror Picture Show, unless you're like a clown. God, these cameras are so weird. It's like looking in a mirror, except I'm like, looking, I should be looking up here. I can't see myself. I'm looking at myself. Looks like myself is looking at my boobs. I'm up here. Sometimes I just wish I were a hot girl. I'd stare at myself all the time. And it wouldn't be weird. For the first time ever. Just stand in front of a mirror naked. Just all day. Saying these things out loud.